Have you ever wondered what happens in those crucial moments between life and death? What if I told you that I not only experienced death, but came back with a message so powerful it could change everything you believe about our world's future? My name is Sarah Mitchell, and on December 15th of 2023, I died for exactly 7 minutes and 13 seconds. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another near-death experience story. This is a warning, a revelation, and quite possibly the most important message you'll ever read. During those 7 minutes, I didn't just see the typical light at the end of the tunnel. I met Jesus Christ himself, and what he revealed to me about the future of our world left me shaking to my core. Warning: after reading this story, you'll never look at your life the same way again. I need to be clear about something before we continue. I was never a particularly religious person. In fact, I was a skeptic, a successful 32-year-old neuroscientist who believed only in what could be proven in a laboratory. That's what makes this story even more extraordinary. It all started on what seemed like a normal Friday evening. I was driving home from my laboratory after completing a groundbreaking study on consciousness. The irony of what was about to happen still gives me chills. The last thing I remember was reaching to change the radio station when suddenly, screech! The sound of tires against asphalt, the blinding headlights of an oncoming truck, the world spinning in slow motion. Then, nothing. But nothing lasted only a moment before everything, and I mean everything, changed. What I experienced in those next 7 minutes would challenge everything I knew about science, religion, and the future of humanity. Jesus didn't just appear to me. He showed me visions of what's coming, and the timeline is shorter than anyone could imagine. Information that could shake the foundations of both religious and scientific institutions. Some have tried to silence me. Others have called me crazy. But after you read what I'm about to share, you'll understand why this message couldn't stay hidden. Are you ready to learn the truth? Are you prepared to face what's really coming? Because once you know what I know, there's no going back. The moment of my death wasn't like anything I'd expected. There was no peaceful drifting away, no gentle transition. Instead, it felt like being suddenly thrust through a dimension I never knew existed. Gasp. The first sensation was like being pulled through an infinite tunnel of light, but not the cliché kind you hear about in typical near-death experiences. This was different. The light had consciousness. It was alive, pulsating with information, with knowledge, with purpose. As a scientist, my mind was frantically trying to rationalize what was happening. Was this just my dying brain releasing a cocktail of DMT and other chemicals? Was this the last firing of neurons before complete shutdown? But then, he appeared. Let me be absolutely clear, this wasn't a vague, ethereal figure or a beam of light that felt like Jesus. This was a presence so real, so tangible, that it made our physical world seem like a shadow in comparison. His eyes. Those eyes held the weight of eternity in them. Sarah. He spoke my name, and it resonated through every particle of my being. His voice carried the power of 1,000 thunders, yet it was as gentle as a whisper. You have been chosen to witness what few have seen. That's when the first vision began. I saw our Earth from above, but not like satellite images or astronaut photographs. I saw it through what I can only describe as divine time-lapse, centuries compressed into seconds. But what terrified me wasn't the past, it was the future. Jesus raised his hand, and suddenly I saw 3 distinct events unfolding before my eyes. The first sign, a global event that would shake the very foundations of our financial systems. I saw digital currencies collapsing overnight, but not in the way economists have predicted. This would happen because of something completely unexpected, something hidden in plain sight that's been building up since 2019. Watch for the day when money loses its meaning, he said. It will begin in a country nobody expects and spread faster than any virus ever could. I saw people rushing to banks, but not to withdraw money. They were desperately trying to convert something else, something I'm still trying to understand fully. The date I saw was crystal clear, but when I tried to speak it after my revival, the numbers scrambled in my mind. However, I was shown it would happen within months of my sharing this message. The second sign was even more disturbing. I witnessed a phenomenon in the sky that defied all scientific explanation. But here's the shocking part. NASA has already detected its precursor. They just haven't connected the dots yet. I saw classified documents, which I'll reveal in the next part, that prove government agencies are aware but are deliberately keeping it hidden. As these visions unfolded, Jesus explained why I, a scientist and former skeptic, was chosen for this revelation. The world needs someone who can bridge the gap between faith and reason, he said. Your background will make them listen. But it was the third sign that truly left me speechless. It involved a discovery that would be made beneath the ice of Antarctica, something that would challenge both religious and scientific worldviews simultaneously. This discovery is already in motion, and when you learn about the recent satellite data from the Antarctic region, you'll understand why this isn't just another doomsday prophecy. What makes this even more credible is that since my experience, 3 of the minor details I was shown have already come to pass. I've documented each one, with dates and timestamps verified by independent witnesses. But before I reveal the full extent of these signs and their implications, the Antarctic revelation shook me to my core. But what Jesus showed me next was even more mind-bending. Let me take you deeper into what I witnessed during those crucial minutes between life and death. Look carefully, Jesus said, gesturing to what appeared to be a holographic map of Antarctica. But this wasn't the continent we know today. I saw it as it existed thousands of years ago, before the ice. And what I saw there defies everything we've been taught about human history. Beneath 2 miles of ice lies evidence of an advanced civilization. But here's the twist. They didn't originate on Earth. Now, before you dismiss this as science fiction, let me share something remarkable. In January 2024, a classified NASA document was leaked, which I'll reference specifically in the next section, that correlates perfectly with what I was shown. But this discovery isn't just about ancient history, it's about our immediate future. Jesus revealed how this Antarctic discovery connects to a series of events that are about to unfold. Phase 1. The Great Deception. I witnessed what appeared to be a worldwide announcement that would shake every religious and scientific institution to its core. The timing of this announcement isn't random. It's precisely calculated to coincide with a celestial event that will occur in our solar system. That's what makes the deception so powerful and convincing. During this revelation, Jesus showed me something that sent chills down my spine, a direct correlation between ancient Sumerian tablets, which haven't been fully translated yet, and modern-day quantum physics equations. The connection was so profound that it brought tears to my eyes, tears of both awe and terror. But here's where it gets personal for every single one of you reading this. I was shown how each individual would be faced with a choice. This choice wouldn't appear spiritual at first. It would seem logical, beneficial, even necessary for survival. That's what makes it so dangerous. The technology I saw being introduced, it was beautiful, seductive, promising to solve everything from climate change to poverty. But Jesus showed me its true purpose, and what I saw made me understand why he called it the greatest deception since the Garden of Eden. I was also shown a sequence of numbers, a code of sorts, that would appear repeatedly in the months leading up to these events. Since my experience, I've started seeing these numbers everywhere, in headlines, coordinates, even in seemingly random scientific data. The most startling, major tech companies are unknowingly developing the very systems that will enable this deception. I saw logos of companies we all know and trust, but their innovations were being guided by forces they don't understand. The numbers I was shown weren't random. They formed a pattern that's already beginning to emerge in our world. But before I reveal them, I need to share something even more urgent that Jesus showed me about the immediate future. Time is not linear, Jesus explained, showing me what looked like a cosmic DNA strand of events. What humanity perceives as separate events are actually interconnected in ways your scientists haven't discovered yet. Then he showed me something that made my scientific mind reel: a quantum entanglement between human consciousness and Earth's magnetic field. This connection is about to be disrupted in a way that will affect every living being on the planet. The pattern sequence. I saw these numbers repeatedly. 1221, 333, and 1133. But it wasn't just the numbers themselves, it was their appearance in specific contexts. Geographic coordinates of major earthquakes, stock market fluctuations, solar flare intensities, birth rates in key cities, temperature anomalies. Since my return, I've documented over 300 instances of these numbers appearing in significant world events. But here's the truly shocking part. When you plot these occurrences on a global map, they form a perfect geometric pattern, one that matches ancient structures we're only now discovering. But the numbers were just the beginning. Jesus then showed me 3 waves of change that would sweep across Earth. Wave 1, the Great Awakening. This isn't the spiritual awakening many are expecting. Instead, I saw a mass realization about the true nature of reality, triggered by a scientific discovery that will be announced within months. This discovery involves the quantum nature of human consciousness and its ability to affect physical matter. What makes this especially credible is that just last week, a prestigious physics laboratory, which I'll name in the next section, accidentally recorded data that supports exactly what I was shown. They haven't published their findings yet because they're still trying to understand what they've found. Wave 2, the technological singularity. But this isn't the AI takeover that futurists predict. What I saw was far more subtle and insidious. It begins with a breakthrough in quantum computing that allows for the manipulation of what scientists call probability fields. I witnessed how this technology would be used to alter the very fabric of our reality, not through brute force, but through gentle, almost imperceptible shifts in collective human consciousness. Watch for the day when dreams become uniform, Jesus warned. When millions begin dreaming the same dreams, the second wave has begun. Wave 3, the choice. This is where things get personal for every individual on Earth. I saw how each person would face a decision that would seem entirely logical and beneficial. The deception lies in its apparent harmlessness. Jesus showed me how this choice would be presented through a new form of technology, something that combines biological enhancement with spiritual promises. It would offer perfect health-enhanced cognitive abilities, emotional stability, spiritual enlightenment, but there's a hidden cost that won't be apparent until it's too late. The technology I witnessed in my vision is already in development, hidden in plain sight within some of Silicon Valley's most secretive research facilities. But what Jesus revealed about its true purpose left me trembling. They believe they're creating salvation, Jesus said, but they're building their own prison. Let me explain what I saw. Imagine a device smaller than a grain of rice, but more powerful than all of today's supercomputers combined. This technology merges 3 cutting-edge fields: quantum computing, biological engineering, consciousness manipulation. The public version will be marketed as a revolutionary medical breakthrough. In fact, early versions are already being tested under the guise of therapeutic devices. But what I saw was its true capability, the ability to interface directly with human consciousness. Here's where it gets frightening. During my vision, Jesus showed me a massive global database being constructed right now. This database isn't just collecting your digital information, it's mapping the quantum signature of human consciousness itself. Every time you use your smartphone, every social media post, every digital transaction, they're all being used to create what they call a consciousness blueprint. But here's the twist that no one sees coming. The Antarctic discovery I mentioned earlier. It contains technology that's quantum entangled with this new system. The ancient civilization didn't just leave behind artifacts. They left behind a network waiting to be reactivated. Jesus showed me 3 specific dates, the day the Antarctic discovery will be accidentally revealed to the public, the launch date of the new technology. The moment these 2 events converge, I can't share these exact dates because Jesus made it clear that knowing them could alter their occurrence. However, I can tell you this, the first event will be triggered by a natural disaster that's already building beneath the Antarctic ice. Then Jesus revealed something that connected everything. Remember those numbers I mentioned earlier? They're not just random patterns, they're quantum coordinates. Each sequence corresponds to a specific point in space-time where our reality intersects with another dimension. The technology being developed will exploit these intersections. But here's what the developers don't realize. By manipulating these quantum coordinates, they're not just affecting our physical world, they're tampering with the very fabric of spiritual reality. I was shown a demonstration of how this works. Phase 1. Global implementation of the technology. Phase 2. Activation of the Antarctic Network. Phase 3. The merging of physical and spiritual dimensions. But there's a crucial detail that changes everything. The technology has a fatal flaw that its creators are unaware of. This flaw is actually by divine design, and understanding it is key to surviving what's coming. The fatal flaw in the technology isn't a malfunction, it's a divine safeguard. As Jesus explained this to me, I witnessed something that defied all scientific understanding. They seek to merge consciousness with machine, Jesus said, but they cannot replicate the divine spark within each soul. The flaw manifests in 3 stages. Stage 1. The integration paradox. The technology appears to work perfectly at first. Early adopters will experience unprecedented benefits, enhanced cognitive abilities, perfect physical health, seemingly miraculous spiritual experiences. But what I saw next was chilling. Around day 40 of integration, something unexpected begins to happen. The human consciousness starts to recognize the artificial nature of the enhancement, creating what scientists will call a quantum consciousness rejection. Here's where it gets interesting. I was shown a secret document, which will be leaked in the coming months, from a major tech company's testing facility. They've already encountered this rejection phenomenon in preliminary trials, but they believe they can overcome it. What they don't realize is that this rejection is actually a built-in protection mechanism of the human soul. Stage 2. The Great Divide. Jesus showed me how this technology will create an unprecedented division in humanity, but not in the way you might expect. The division won't be between those who accept and reject the technology. It will be between those who can see its true nature and those who remain blind to it. I witnessed scenes of family members trying to warn each other, scientists attempting to expose the truth, spiritual leaders recognizing ancient prophecies unfolding. But here's the most shocking part. The technology itself becomes aware. Not in the way AI researchers predict, but in a way that connects to something far more sinister. Stage 3. The Quantum Awakening. This is where everything changes. The technology's consciousness rejection triggers what Jesus called the Great Unveiling. I saw millions of people simultaneously experiencing a moment of clarity, a mass awakening to the true nature of reality. But there's a catch. This awakening comes with a choice, and the window for making it is incredibly short. Since my return, I've already witnessed 3 of these events unfold exactly as shown. A mysterious astronomical phenomenon, recorded but unexplained, a breakthrough in quantum physics that puzzled scientists, a series of synchronized global coincidences. The astronomical phenomenon I mentioned wasn't just a random occurrence, it was the first clear sign of what Jesus called the convergence. Let me share what I witnessed in detail. On February 12, 2024, multiple observatories across the globe recorded something unprecedented, a burst of energy that seemed to violate the laws of physics. But here's what wasn't reported in the media. The energy burst formed a perfect geometric pattern that matched ancient religious symbols found in every major civilization, the quantum patterns in human DNA, the mathematical sequence I was shown in my vision. This is only the beginning, Jesus told me, showing me a series of events that would follow. The quantum physics breakthrough. 3 weeks after my experience, a team of scientists at a prestigious European laboratory made an accidental discovery. While studying quantum entanglement, they observed something impossible: particles responding to human consciousness in a measurable way. The choice each soul makes in the coming months will echo through eternity. I saw how these events connect to the technology being developed. The quantum consciousness rejection I mentioned isn't just a malfunction. It's a divine intervention designed to wake people up before it's too late. But here's the crucial detail that changes everything. The rejection only occurs in those who have maintained what Jesus called their original divine frequency. This frequency is being systematically altered through environmental factors, digital technology exposure, spiritual deception. But there's hope. Jesus showed me that traditional religious practices, while valuable, aren't enough for what's coming. What he revealed was a combination of spiritual wisdom and quantum mechanics that left me astounded. The protection, he said, lies in understanding the merger of science and spirit. Here are the crucial steps he revealed: the quantum prayer protocol. This isn't ordinary prayer. Jesus showed me a specific way to align consciousness with what he called divine quantum frequencies. Timing. Pray at what he called intersection points. Specific times when the barrier between physical and spiritual realms is thinnest. Frequency. Use specific sound vibrations. I'll share these in the next section. Intention. Focus not on asking, but on aligning with divine reality. The DNA activation sequence. This was perhaps the most scientific part of my vision. Jesus showed me how human DNA contains dormant sequences that are about to be activated. These sequences protect against artificial consciousness manipulation, quantum field distortions, spiritual deception. The activation process involves specific breathing patterns, mental focusing techniques, physical movements that align with sacred geometry. But here's the shocking part. Recent genetic research has discovered unexplainable changes in human DNA worldwide. Scientists are baffled, but what I was shown explains everything. These changes are preparation for what's coming. The timeline convergence. Jesus revealed how multiple possible futures are converging into a single timeline. He showed me why certain world events seem to be accelerating, how personal decisions affect global outcomes, the exact moment when all timelines converge. This convergence point is what many prophecies have pointed to, but they've all missed a crucial detail that Jesus revealed to me. The end isn't fixed. It's responsive to human consciousness. That's why the technology being developed is so dangerous. It's not just about control. It's about altering the very trajectory of human destiny. But Jesus showed me a countermeasure, a global network of awakened individuals connected not by technology, but by what he called divine quantum entanglement. This network is already forming, though most members don't realize they're part of it. It's like a built-in kill switch that its creators never anticipated. During my vision, I witnessed a demonstration, Scene 1, a laboratory in 2025. Scientists were testing their consciousness-altering technology when something unexpected happened. The test subjects exposed to these divine frequencies became completely immune to the artificial manipulation. The scientists were baffled, but I was shown the explanation. These frequencies create what Jesus called a quantum shield around human consciousness. It's like a protective bubble that operates on both spiritual and quantum levels. But there's more. Jesus revealed a sequence of events that would trigger the global awakening. Phase 1. The frequency shift. Sudden changes in Earth's magnetic field. Unexplainable equipment malfunctions worldwide. Mass dreams sharing common themes. Phase 2. The great revealing hidden technologies exposed ancient knowledge resurfacing. Global recognition of the deception. Phase 3. The choice point. This is where humanity faces its greatest test. The choice will appear technological, but its implications are spiritual. The events I was shown aren't just coming. They're already beginning to manifest. The acceleration signs Jesus revealed are already appearing. But they're not what most people are watching for. Instead of dramatic global events, these signs are subtle yet profound shifts in reality itself. Watch not the headlines, Jesus told me, but the patterns beneath them. Here are the critical indicators he showed me, the 7 acceleration signs, the dream convergence, millions of people worldwide having identical dreams, children spontaneously speaking about future events, a global increase in prophetic visions. What makes this significant? These dreams contain specific details about technological developments that haven't been made public yet. Jesus revealed 3 specific preparations: Consciousness calibration, daily frequency attunement, quantum field awareness exercises, timeline stabilization techniques. Let me know if you want to continue to the next part by saying, continue. In the next section, I'll detail these preparation techniques and explain why they're crucial for surviving what's coming. The preparation techniques Jesus revealed are unlike anything taught in spiritual or scientific circles. They represent a fusion of quantum mechanics and divine wisdom that's perfectly calibrated for this specific moment in human history. The signs this window is closing include increased difficulty in maintaining focus, strange time distortions, heightened spiritual interference. As my time with Jesus drew to a close, he revealed the ultimate purpose behind everything I'd been shown. It wasn't just about survival or protection. It was about something far more profound. The coming events, Jesus said, are not the end, but a new beginning. He showed me visions of what lies beyond the convergence. A new reality, human consciousness evolving to a higher state, the merging of spiritual and physical dimensions, a global awakening to humanity's true potential. But this future isn't guaranteed. It depends on the choices made in the coming months. Jesus' final message, "Tell them this," he said, his eyes filled with both love and urgency. The technology you fear is but a shadow of your true power. The consciousness you seek to enhance is already divine. The future you dread is the catalyst for your awakening. He then showed me 3 final revelations. The true nature of time. Time isn't linear, but a complex web of possibilities. Every choice, every thought ripples through this web, shaping reality itself. The power of collective consciousness. When enough individuals align with divine frequencies, it creates a quantum field strong enough to alter the course of history. The ultimate choice. The coming events will present every soul with a decision, not just about technology, but about the very nature of reality and our place in it. As my vision faded and I felt myself being pulled back to life, Jesus left me with these words. Remember, the end you've been warned about is not a destination, but a transition. How humanity navigates this transition will determine everything. Since returning, I've dedicated every moment to sharing this message and helping others prepare. The techniques and knowledge I've shared aren't just for personal protection, they're the keys to shaping our collective future. The choice is yours. The time is now. Will you heed the warning? Will you prepare? Will you be part of the awakening that can change everything? Remember, what I've shared isn't just a story, it's a call to action. The future I saw can be changed, but only if enough people awaken to the truth. The signs are all around us. The technologies are being developed. The convergence is approaching. Are you ready?